outstanding shares which this number represents total ownership in a corporation, okay? Because that's what stock is, outstanding shares of stock. So that when you look at the total number of outstanding shares, that's all the ownership. And you multiply that times the price per share. Okay? That's it. That is the market valuation. You will see on, if you look at Yahoo Finance and pull up a company, you'll see all these different things. Now you have some idea on how to read it. In case you're curious as to what the highest market valuation is today, it's neck and neck between Apple, oddly enough, and I do think it's odd. I think there's some real questions about Apple that aren't being adequately addressed, and Google, which I think is completely appropriate. The only problem Google has is it has too much income and too much money and can't find enough good stuff to do with it. That's a hell of a problem to have, right?
Well, that's why Apple bought out Beats, the Dr. Dre's Beats. Google wanted it, like those headphones. Apple spent 3-point-something billion on them. Google missed out. Google could have had those as their patent, their profitability, and got more cash flow. They just didn't spend it.
Just for what it's worth, do me a favor. Are you on the net? You hooked into the net? Go into Yahoo Finance, tell me what Google's market valuation is. You know how to do that. We did that last month, right? Okay. While Arturo is doing that, I want to emphasize what I've presented to you are the most commonly used ratios. These are the ratios that everybody will throw at you. The books will have. Anything can be a ratio. The point is you're trying to learn something about the company that you're dealing with. You're trying to gain knowledge. So, for instance, I used to do all sorts of different ratios in my company. Over time, I found some very interesting things. For instance, I had equipment sales, supply sales, and service sales. Okay? Now you would think service sales follows equipment. But you know what? Turned out to be exactly the other way around. Those people who had service contracts tended to buy more equipment. So you might say, well, okay, that's a cute anomaly. What does that really tell you? What it told me is my marketing, yes, I had salespeople still promoting the equipment, but what I also did was I promoted the hell out of maintenance contracts, knowing that the more maintenance contracts I have, these represent very satisfied customers who would then buy equipment. Frankly, that dynamic hadn't really occurred to me until I noticed this trend in ratio. Okay? It just was there. And there are so many others. The real point being, understand that ratios have power to provide you with information about any company that you're looking at. It has the power to take a bunch of numbers that are all over the place and boil them down, synthesize them into individual specific aspects that you can use to clarify what's really happening and to make good decisions. The more you know, the better your decisions. Ratios can help you with that.